As we head into what experts are warning is going to be a particularly long, hot and dry summer, water conservation is front of mind, and nowhere more so than in the central west of New South Wales.
Yeah, it's certainly getting quite dire. In fact, this week the town of Dubbo is going to introduce Stage 3 water restrictions, and Stage 4, well, it's not far off either. But as Today reporter Gabrielle Boyle discovered, everyone in the region, those on town and tank water, is set to feel the pinch.
Come on, skinny love, just last the year.
It's been 3 years since the Carter family has seen real rain on their 300-hectare property outside Dubbo. 5-year-old Billy has never seen the river full.
This is the mighty Macquarie River, which is pretty much our main boundary on our farm here.
Doesn't look too muddy at the moment.
No, it's certainly at the lowest peak that I've ever seen it.
With no significant rain on the radar, the river is predicted to stop flowing in just months.
The kids won't be doing much swimming down here over Christmas.
No, they won't.
Couldn't get much more than your ankles wet.
No, that's about it there where it is now, yeah.
But empty swimming holes are the least of their worries. Dubbo is dry, deadly dry. And for farmers like Mark, these are tough times.
We're pretty much in no production off river water and have been for about 12 or 18 months down this end of the farm.
Mark has been forced to wind back operations to a bare minimum.
Sure, things aren't as great as they usually are, but we're all chipping away and getting a bit done anyway, yeah. In a way, Gabby, it is what it is, and yeah, people, they're pretty resilient out here, aren't they, really?
But no amount of positive thinking, only rain, will end their suffering.
Within a week, if we had decent rain, we'd be attempting something, yeah.
But it's just no point at the moment?
Not at the moment, no. It's throwing, as they say, good money after bad, but yeah, just a waiting game.
This drought is deceptive. To the untrained eye, this paddock looks lush and green, but don't be fooled. It's being irrigated by precious bore water.
So what's being grown here?
So this is silage. It will get wrapped up tomorrow. It was cut yesterday, and it will then be shipped up to the neighbouring feedlot and fed to livestock, whether that be cattle or sheep.
So for people that don't have anything for their animals to eat?
That's right.
It's so dry out here that on Tuesday, Stage 3 water restrictions begin. But for town locals and green thumbs like Colleen, things got ugly months ago.
I've lost 3/4 of the garden, I would say, compared to what it was. I used to have lots of entertaining here, weddings, engagements, 21sts. Can't have it because I've got no garden to show anymore.
Recently, Colleen was forced to call in the tree loppers, fearing falling branches from dead trees were a hazard to her home and family.
Well, this must be heartbreaking to see the garden in this state.
It is very heartbreaking. This was an entrance that was used for a wedding to come down into the Japanese area. It was lush and green.
Colleen's daughter Zilla and her fiancé Melody are so worried about running out of water, they're stockpiling bottled drinking water.
Our water-saving devices in our home and in our garden, and we haven't been watering our lawn for a while.
There's been massive blow-ups on social media lately, and people are lashing out at the farmers and the irrigators and the businesses who are actually just trying to band together and help out our community there.
Things are so dire that the council has already committed to going to Stage 4 water restrictions on November 1.
We also must realise too that our underground aquifers are starting to rapidly drop. We have reports of bores failing right across the region. We need to make sure that our underground aquifers still have the water in there. The best I can do is encourage people to use less water, and that's the only realistic way we will get through this drought.
Heartbreaking images, aren't they? Today reporter Gabby Boyle joins us now from Dubbo. And Gabby, as we saw just then from your report, this is affecting obviously people directly and indirectly. No one is immune to the effects of this horrific drought. How are they holding up as a community?
Yeah, that's right, Georgie. It's an incredibly tense time out here, and you've got the state government bickering with the local council about things like who chose to implement these water restrictions. I mean, let's be honest, who really cares as long as something is done for the farmers and the town of Dubbo itself? It is just such a difficult time. to give you a bit of an idea on just how difficult things are, yesterday when we were out and about filing that story, we passed a farmer parked on the side of the road in her ute. She was sitting there all day, all Sunday, right throughout her Sunday, supervising a bunch of breeding cattle that she had feeding on the side of the road. So she'd let them out of the paddock and she was letting them feed on the side of the road because it was the only place she could find any grass or anything for them to eat. It just sums up how difficult, how dry and how desperate things are out here. And later this week, Georgie, we're expecting temperatures to reach 35 degrees plus. It is going to be a long, hot, dry and heartbreaking summer for the farmers in this region and for the town of Dubbo itself.
Yeah, some really grim pictures there and an important story from Gabby. Thank you. I was chatting to my uncle over the weekend who's on a farm near Leeton in southern New South Wales, and he said that whole area, he said Leeton, Griffith, that whole region is bone dry as well, and he said the forecast for them next year is even worse. And he sort of almost laughed it off. They've got that great spirit, the farmers, of being able to try and push through the tough times, but my God, when you look at those pictures,
it's just parched earth, isn't it? It's just, there's just nothing for that stock to feed on. And you just wonder for how long can they keep going. Our thoughts very, very much with all of those affected. And if there's anything we can do in urban areas to support our farmers, whether it be the price you're paying for milk or whatever it is, we've just got to support our local industries, haven't we?
Absolutely, well said.